He is returning April 9th, UFC 273 against Darian Weeks, that card in Jacksonville. And so when I found out about that, I wanted to check back in with the future. And so without further ado, let us say hello to the one and only Ian Garry, our next guest on the program. Hello, Ian. How are you?
Hey, sir. How are you? You good?
I'm doing great. Great to talk to you. And congratulations on the new fight. A lot to talk to you about. I think the biggest surprise when we all found out about the fight was I kind of felt like a lot of people were anticipating, hoping, penciling you in for London. And I know you've been asked about this, I see on the social media and whatnot. Why aren't you fighting in London on March 19th, just a couple of weeks prior?
I have no interest in fighting in London right now. I'm moved to Florida. I'm training out of Florida. I'm based in the US, and I like the idea of friends, family, Irish, all the Irish support, traveling away and having a holiday to support the career, rather than just going across the pond and fighting in London. I don't know. There's just no. I fought in London loads, and I like to travel to different places, to different countries, and see different cultures and different areas. And for me, I want to fight in Florida. I've never been up to Jacksonville, but I know a lot of my friends and family haven't been to Florida, so why not get them down here, have a good time, enjoy the sunshine, and watch me knock someone out?
Okay. Oh, I totally understand. I think you would understand why the fans were like, oh, of course, it was like, seemed like a shoo-in. You would get an amazing pop there, but I get it as well.
Yeah.
By the way,
I had a conversation with Gilbert Burns in the dressing room about it. He was like, "Man, why aren't you on the undercard? I thought that would make sense for you. Your brand, this is huge." I'm like, Gilbert, I don't want to. I'm like, I just don't. And he's like, well, for sure, I thought you would be on this. I'm like, yeah, well, no, I'm on the Florida card. He's like, oh, nice. But yeah, Ariel, what's bigger, UFC London or UFC 273, where there's 2 title fights?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a pay-per-view. It's a bigger card. They've got me on it. Do you know what I mean? Superstar. That's what everyone's calling me. Let them call me that. I'll run with that.
Okay, fair enough. Was it even brought to your attention? Were there even talks of putting you on the London card and you told, or it never even got to that point?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. But to be fair, I think that's because I told them I was available from April.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, that would have been me, because I wanted to. So obviously we went home for Christmas, then came back over here, relocated, settled down where we are. And now I'm here for a year. So I think that was just on me.
Okay. Darian Weeks, did you know of him?
Yes, sir.
Had you heard of him?
No, I hadn't heard of him. The name got sent across. I said, yes, that's the way it is. I had a quick glance at his fight against Barberena. He's all right. He's nothing special.
Okay.
But he's in the UFC, and every fight that's in the UFC should be respected for whatever their skill set may be, because they can all potentially win. And yeah, he's going to end up fighting me, which is his ticket to stardom, is what he thinks. But as I've done many times, I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to win. I'm going to find a way to win, like I always do.
Was there another name in your mind that you were kind of hoping for, or looking at, or thinking that this might motivate you? Was there anyone else before you were offered this?
I don't need to be motivated by anything. What I'm motivated by, there's no other names, just to clarify. There's no other names that I was hoping for. I just want to fight, Ariel. And my motivation is going to the gym and getting better. I feel like shit today. Oh. It's Wednesday morning. We've just had a tough wrestling day, and it's just live wrestling and just go. Coach Jones puts us under some brutal workouts on Wednesdays. But it's like Monday, Tuesday, you're fine. Wednesday, you start to feel it. Thursday, your body's broken and you just want to stay in bed, relax, and just do nothing. But we're out here trying to get better every day. And my motivation is being the best I can be. Do you know what I mean? I'm not the best wrestler in the world, but I can get better. I'm not the best grappler in the world, but I know I can get better. I'm not the best striker in the world, but I know I can get better. And it's just constantly growing and growing and growing is what motivates me. Not a name, not a person, not someone. For me, it's just, all right, this is the guy I have to beat. Fine. All right, let me go do it.
Okay. By the way, people's stances on training and whatnot has evolved. sparring for you? How often are you sparring?
So in the gym, we spar on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do kickboxing on Tuesday mornings. Thursday mornings, we do MMA. And then throughout the week, it's wrestling, MMA, grappling, jiu-jitsu. It's all a combination of everything. But yeah, I spar smartly. A lot of the lads in the gym spar smart. Because there's a constant conveyor belt of guys. Like the gym I'm in, the amount of talent that's in the gym. Guys are fighting every week, so we can't afford to be stupid and fight hard in the gym, like spar hard. It's not the way we are. We can pick up the pace at times, and we can get into some good scrambles, and we can hit each other good shots. But everybody's fighting. Everybody's either in a fight camp or getting ready to go into a fight camp and helping our teammates. So it's more just about training smart rather than fighting and training hard.
Actually, at the top of the show, we had a guy who you might know, Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yes.
Do you cross paths with him at all? I can't even imagine what. Yeah. Have you sparred him?
Yeah, me and Shavkat done some rounds recently. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. He's very smart. And it was a great finish that he had on the weekend. He's brilliant. But yeah, we had some really, really good spars because me and him are both really long.
Yeah.
We're both tall. We're both patient. We're both strikers primarily. Obviously, he's had a lot of submissions as well. I think he's 7-7 out of his, or when it was before his last fight, 8-7 now.
Yeah,
he's brilliant. And I don't know. There's just something about him that is really cool. The fact that he doesn't speak a lot of English, he just goes in there and beats people up. I love it. But he's brilliant on the mats, and he's a great training partner. And he was someone that when I heard he was coming over, guys were like, "Oh, I'm going to get Shavkat to beat you." I'm like, "Let's go then. Let's get in the cage and we'll spar and we'll find out." Even Henry Hoop was saying Shavkat's coming over this week because there was a week in the gym where even now still, but the 170 pounders in the gym was absolutely phenomenal. I was in the cage, just the little cage alone in the gym with Usman was there, Luque was there, Burns was there, Shavkat was there,
wow.
Jason Jackson, Logan Storley, Impa, Kasanganang Sato, all these guys, just the elite in Bellator and the elite of the UFC and the champion of our division, obviously, and then the number 2 in the world, the number 5 in the world, all in the same cage. It's how can you not grow and evolve when you're surrounded by this many talented fighters? So yeah, it's cool.
What was it like when Usman came back?
It was cool. Yeah, it was really cool. I was kind of shocked by his size. I was he's not anywhere near as big as he looks on TV because he looks jacked when he's on the camera, and he's massive. But then I was speaking to the guys and they were saying one of the guys was saying to me he's not the best striker, he's not the best wrestler, he's not the best jiu-jitsu, but I can tell you one thing. And I was like, what? I was like, he is the best at mixing it up. And I was like, oh yeah. And they were like, he's just so good. It's he'll get beat up in wrestling. They were like, he'll get beat up in grappling, he'll get beat up on kickboxing. But when it comes to MMA, he's the best. And I was like, yeah, okay, I mean, we've seen that in his fights. I think he's on a 15 fight win streak in the UFC, which is insane. And he's going on to break records at the moment. But it was obviously a pleasure to share the cage and learn off him. And he was explaining a couple of things that I could do better. He was finding it hard to catch me with a couple of head kicks. He's like, this dude's tall.
Wow. Oh, so you actually sparred him?
Well, we were doing kickboxing drills. One night we do kickboxing drills. So we kind of swap and change between everyone. So Henry likes us to feel kicks on the arms, kicks on the legs, and block kicks to the head. Just even little things, just redirect kicks and move energy and then come back and refire. But I think we done 2 rounds together. And it was really cool.
Was that the first time you saw him since you've been at the gym?
Yeah.
And has he?
Yeah, I missed him. He was there once when I was getting ready for my fight at MSG, and he came once for one night. And I didn't come down that night. I think I was tired, and I texted Henry saying, "Hey, I'm not coming down tonight. I'm wrecked." And he's like, "Usman was here."
Typical. And has he been there often now, or is it just the one time?
No, he was just there that one night. But I did see recently he's gotten hand surgery, so he's probably just taking his time off.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you have decided this is your home, right? You are living there. You and Layla, you guys are living there. This is your home.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we've got a nice little place here, about 15 minutes from the gym. And I don't see why I would be anywhere else. When I've said the names early on, I've mentioned like sharing the cage with those guys, having Coach Jones for wrestling to learn and grow, to have Henry with the striking knowledge he has and the champions he's helped build. And then the likes of like Herbert and Gilbert Burns for jiu-jitsu and going down to Wagner Rocha. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting battered on a daily basis. I don't know if you've seen any of my stories that I posted recently on my Instagram, but I went down and I was like just getting annihilated in jiu-jitsu by the likes of Wagner and Cyborg. And it's just like, I'm sitting here going, I'm 24 years of age. I'm meant to be like young and full of energy and ready to take on the world. And I'm getting bashed by these older men who are obviously unbelievable what they do. But it's like, I feel hopeless sometimes against them. And it's just, it's something that just kind of levels you a little bit. It's like, yeah, look, you're great at what you do. Just take a little step down and we'll show you how we'll help you get there. So it's cool.
Humbling,
like,
right?
As I said after my fight, one thing I said on the mic was, we've got a lot to learn.
Right.
Like, I know how good I can be, and I know how good I am right now. But there's a hell of a lot more that I can learn between now and where I see myself in the future.
So you can't let or I guess you can't even allow your head to get too big when you have these guys humbling you every single time, right?
Yeah, to an extent. I mean, I still talk a ton of shit on the mats. I still do talk a lot of shit, and I still do. Like, I'm like, look, if I'm not going to be able to do it, I'm going to piss people off, and I'm going to make sure that they know I'm here. But of course, yes, you can't obviously get too big-headed. You just got to work hard, and just keep doing it.
Have you and Chandler squashed your beef? You guys good now? What's going on?
Me and Chandler are always good. People were talking about this beef with him. I don't know. I see he's talking about being my mentor, and I'm like, all right, I like it. I haven't seen him since. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He said our last conversation was around Christmas time. We sent each other a message saying Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, the whole shebang. But he hasn't been back. I've seen stuff about him potentially fighting Tony Ferguson online and stuff. I don't know if any of that's true, but I've seen it going around. But yeah, that'd be cool. So I mean, I hope he comes back down to the gym soon, and yeah, we can continue this beef that's going on.
I know. Around the holidays, you went back home, right? You were in Ireland. What was it like to now go back with one UFC win on your resume? You know, that first time. It's like, you know, I remember like when I went to work for ESPN, and like the first time I went home, I was like, I made it, guys. You know, like puff your chest out. Did you feel the same way?
It was very cool. There was times at like me and Layla, we just casually went through like town, just having a look at shops and just kind of enjoying. Dublin's very nice. Like they light up the streets with nice Christmas lights and stuff. So we went out and had a walk, and it was cold, obviously. And I had like a hat, I had a snood on around my face, and like I get cold, and I'm like I had gloves on, and I'm walking down the road, and I see someone look over like that, and I'm like, there's no way he's going to know it's me. And I'm like, what's up? And I'm like, all right.
Oh, wow. And
I went over to him, I was like, come here. How did you know that was me? Like, I'm completely covered up, just out of curiosity. He was like, you're Mrs. I'm like, what? He's like, okay. I see how it is. So they're not looking at me, they're looking at her. But yeah, I did. I got a lot of people saying like, coming up, getting pictures with me and just talking about the fight and how they've been supporting me and they want to see me do well. I seen something recently saying like, it's nice having a horse in the race with like Irish MMA, because obviously like Conor's the only other guy that's been active in the UFC as of recent. And it's nice to have, someone said it's nice to have a horse in the race again. I'm like, yeah, it is. And like, I like it. I like the fact that there's another Irish guy in the UFC. I like the fact that now Ireland's going to travel over to Florida and watch me fight in Jacksonville, and we kind of can repeat that cycle. But it's cool. Do you know what I mean? It's always nice to be supported. Mm-hmm. And I felt that when I went home. I felt like a lot of people were supportive and they wanted to see me do well. Whether they did or didn't say it to my face, I don't really care. But it's cool.
And there's no part of you that was like, this is my home, I don't want to go back to Florida. You know, sometimes you get a little homesick.
No. Our plan was to come back. Our plan was to stay there for Christmas. We actually had Christmas in Florida.
Oh, wow.
Because I was like, I'm done with this. I'm sick of the weather. I'm like, I've nothing to do here. I'm getting itchy to get back. Like, there's no point to me being in Dublin, not training. I need to get back to training. Need to get back here. So we came back here on like the 17th of December. Found a place, got it all sorted. Moved in here on the 23rd of December, and then I went to IKEA on Christmas Eve. Stuffed everything into the back of the van. Drove it all home, made it, and then it was Christmas morning here. So it was eventful to say the least.
You put that stuff together, or you had someone do it for you? Be honest.
I put it all together. Yeah, no, I came here. Me and Layla done a lot of it. Layla was off then, and I just put my head down at night times and just like, I'm going to stay up. You go to bed. I'm just going to make the couch. I'm going to make the dresses. I need it done because I don't know. It's quite stressful seeing loads of boxes everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, okay, I need these gone because otherwise it's like I have to get that done. I have to get that done. So I put the head down for a couple of days, got it sorted, and then about a week later, jumped straight back into training. I've been training ever since.
Obviously, a lot was made of the interaction with Conor after the win. Any further interactions with him afterwards?
No, none. But again, it's just waiting for us to see when he's going to be back. When he's back, me and him jump on a card together and take over.
Man.
You know what I mean? That'd be cool.
What a scene 100%. That would be. Yeah, that would be incredible.
That would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
It'd be unbelievable. But look, we can hope and just see what happens. I don't know what his plan is, what his next step is, but I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep working and keep training. So if that's an opportunity, I'd love that. That'd be amazing.
Let's see those knuckles. What do we got over there?
Oh yeah, I got new tattoos.
Look at that! Look at that!
Yeah, they still need to be topped up. So I want them because they're so fine line. I just was like, right, I'm going to keep training. I'm just going to keep getting them topped up. I had originally got these instead of a wedding ring, but then I went and bought myself a wedding ring because I found something beautiful. So yeah, I've kind of got away with both.
Wait, so does your fiance have soulmate on her knuckles too?
No, she wants to get it. I mean, she does as the future on her chest. So
okay, fair enough. That's I mean,
but I thought, right in the center of her chest.
Oh my.
I thought she did say she wanted it. But yeah, who knows?
What does it say over here? What's it say on your wrist over there?
This was after. This is a mad story. So we went to get my visa sorted for the last fight. So obviously after the visa sorted, the UFC were helping us organize that. So we flew to Santo Domingo because we couldn't, basically the problem was we couldn't fly back to Ireland to get my visa because they wanted us to go to the American embassy in Ireland. Huh. Had I have done that, I would have had to quarantine for 2 weeks in Ireland, and then I would have had to come back here, and it would have just taken more than 2 weeks out of my camp. Because then not only do I have to quarantine for 2 weeks, then I have to wait for my passport to go through the whole process of being approved and stamped, and it could potentially be 10 days.
Right.
So it's like, I can't afford that much time off training. So Layla was back and forth to the UFC trying to figure out ways. She found out that we could go to Santo Domingo. So we went to Santo Domingo. Stayed there one night. Next morning, went straight to the embassy, got the visa sorted. Within about an hour, it was stamped, everything. I was like, what? That's it done? Wow. So it was amazing. But the night before, Layla was obviously, we were over here in Estes last time, just purely to get over before I got my visa. She wasn't doing stuff here. She was just here supporting me. And she basically... She was like, I got an email saying my ESTA is going to expire. I need to get the extension of another 90 days. And I was like, don't touch it. Just do it when we get home because it doesn't need to be done now. You've got another week left. We're not here for a week. We're going to be here, gone tomorrow. So she started to reapply. And the minute you reapply, you cancel your last ESTA.
Oh.
She didn't notice. I didn't notice. So when we got to the Santo Domingo airport to go home, I had my visa, handed them my visa. She goes, oh, here's my ESTA. They go, you have no ESTA. Oh. You're not allowed back into the country. And Layla's like, what? No, wait, hold on a second here. So we're sitting there in this whole thing going, oh my God. It was just that initial stress. Like Lucas, the little lad, was here. So we're like, how are we getting back here? She was so worried about getting back to America when he was here. Obviously, she's like a mother being like, my little boy's in America. I can't get back into America because I don't have an ESTA. And I was like, look, I've got you. Just relax. reapply for ESTA. I'll sort out all the flights. I'll get it all sorted. And it was just like a mad 12 hours. So I've got you tattooed on my hand. Because now, and everything's sorted. So she's got a visa sorted now. She got that done last week. Got it all sorted. So we're all here. They can't get rid of us. They can try, but we're here for good now. That's it.
I love it. I love it. I just saw, by the way, right before you came on, there's a Twitter account called UFC Roster Watch. And shout out to Alex for notifying me of this, Alex Weber. Removed. So it basically, whenever someone is removed from the roster, this Twitter feed actually gets notified somehow. They figure, I don't know, it's a crazy thing. Jordan Williams, just before you came on, it said Jordan Williams removed from the roster.
Oh.
What's that? Like, how does that make you feel?
I mean, obviously it is pretty cool that I'm retiring people like from the UFC. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to say it's pretty cool. But obviously, like, look, firstly, I want to credit Jordan, because Jordan and Mark Montoya did a hell of a good job in that fight. Like, that was the toughest fight I've had to date. He changed a lot between fights. So I think he'll be back. I think the work he's doing with Mark Montoya, he will be back. But I'm going to be retiring a lot of people in my career. So I have no problem with just making a tally and just
Wow.
Layla's telling me about the names that have already retired.
How many are there?
Adding names in. Well, I mean, Rostam. Yeah, Rostam. I think Rostam Ackman, the guy I got the head kick in cage, I think he's done.
Okay.
I'm just, that's what I want. I want to retire people. I want people to, when they fight me, I don't want them to be fighting anymore. I want them to be beat up so bad that they go, why am I doing this? Why am I here? Layla's favorite thing about my fights is when the other person isn't there when I get my hand raised.
Yes.
So she likes the fact that it's just me getting my hand raised, me and the ref, and there's no one else on the other side. She said there's something empowering about that feeling or that sight. And I'm like, yeah, okay. We got that in the UFC debut.
So by the end of 2022, where are you in your career? How many fights under the belt this year? Where are you sitting?
The slow progression, Ariel. 3 fights this year.
Okay.
4 months in between every fight.
Okay.
There's no rush. There was no need to rush. Again, as I've said to you, my main concern, my main goal is to grow, is to become a better fighter, to become a better martial artist, a better athlete in every single way I can. Diet, nutrition, strength and conditioning, and also just technical ability. So for me, it's working with the team that I've surrounded myself with to get better and grow and grow and grow. So by the end of this year, I'll be 4-0 in the UFC. I will have fought 3 times in 2022. Yeah, geez, that sounds mad to say.
Yeah.
2022. Sounds mad. It's the first time I've said it out loud. 2022. And I'll be 11-0. And I'll just prove to everybody why I said I'm the future. Why, when I show up, that I win, that I can put on these big performances. And yeah, I don't mind overcoming a little bit of adversity, but I still win. And it's what I've done my entire career. And I'll continue to do it. And with the team I've surrounded myself with, the people I have backing me and supporting me, I can only do that. I can only succeed. And that's just my goal. I don't care how long it takes us to get into the top 15, the top 10, to be a world champion. My aspect is the longer it takes me to get to that point, the longer I'm going to be there for. So the longer it takes me to get to the point of being a champion or to being in the top 10, the longer I'm going to be in there for. I'm going to take over, and no one's taking me off the throne anytime soon when I get there.
I love it. April, a big month for Irish combat sports. Are you a Katie Taylor fan? Will you be watching April 30th?
I am, yes. Yeah,
April 30th.
It's hard not to watch Katie. She's one of the best athletes we've ever had come out of Ireland. She's phenomenal.
Have you ever met her?
Ever since. Yeah, I sparred her when I was younger.
What?
When I boxed. Yeah,
you sparred her?
I boxed. My coach was good friends with her. So Ariel. I've had a lot of boxing fights and a lot of boxing experience when I was a kid. And one of my teammates used to go over and help her. And I went over one time and I sparred her when I was a kid. Nothing crazy, like, it's in. Well, she was fast. I was there watching him, and I just jumped in for a round. She was unbelievable.
Wow.
But yeah, she's been at the top of the sport, and obviously amateur, and now in professional. And I just see her going out there, and she's so good. She's just like, yeah, she might not have that that knockout power, but she doesn't need it. She's such an amazing boxer. Like technically, her ability is phenomenal. So yeah, it's a big one.
I'm looking forward to it, my friend. Looking forward to the return. April 9th, UFC 273, Jacksonville. 2 title fights, as you mentioned. Perhaps the aforementioned Gilbert Burns on the card as well against one Khamzat Chimaev. I mean, that is shaping up to be a big
I've
card.
seen the same stuff as you've seen on Twitter. So if that's happening, then I'm cool. Sign me up. Again, I will do exactly what I did in MSG. I will sit back after my fight and I will try to watch people beat my performances, and I'll sit back and go, right, let's just sit down and enjoy these fights. And if that fight does happen, along with the 2 title fights, unbelievable. I'm going to be in for a good night myself.
Main card or prelims for you?
I don't know. People have said I'm on the main card. I can understand why I'd be on the main card because I'm the shit. Right? You know what I mean?
I love it. I love it. This is great.
It would be smart from the UFC to put me on the main card, but at the end of the day, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. More people see you on the prelims anyway, because the prelims are not behind the paywall, at least here in America. I know it's different in Europe, but you know, more people will probably see you on the prelims. So it doesn't really, you get paid the same.
I mean, Ariel, at the end of the day, most people will see the highlight on Instagram or on YouTube. So I don't really care where I am. Once that knockout is out there, or something getting folded, and I have the likes of you posting about it, and it's on YouTube and UFC it's on out there, and everybody's putting up stories about me folding someone like a decking chair. That's all that matters. And I mean, that gets more eyes than anything. So
that is true. The new way of the world. Always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much for the time. Good luck in training camp, and looking forward very much to your return April 9th.
I need the look because my body feels a bit rough there. So
take the day off.
I'm gonna go, and I've got the day off now. Thank you for your time as always. Actually, are you going to be here? Are you going to come to Florida for the fight?
Probably not, Ian.
Why not?
It's a long story. No, it's no. There's really no story. If you want to be honest about it, it's just less travel. My job doesn't require me anymore to travel to as many events as I did. I did it for 11 years. When you were just in your diapers there, Ian, I was going to these events. When you were just so I do the show here Wednesday. I do my other stuff on the weekend. I don't have to do it, and I'll be honest, with 3 little kids, I don't mind it. I kind of been there, done that.
Fair enough. No, I was just going to say it might be nice to see greatness in the flesh in the cage. You know what I mean? And be there with all the Irish that are coming in and enjoy that. But fair enough.
I will be there one of these days. One of these days I will be there. I promise you that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look, as my missus just said, if you change your mind, let us know.
I will.
We'll figure everything out. We'll definitely meet up.
I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure as always.
Thank you, Ian.
For your time.
All right. All the best to you guys. Thank you so much. There he is. The future, Ian Garry, returning to action, UFC 273, April 9th, Jacksonville, Florida.